Hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess. We're in my kitchen today, and we're going to make up a summer treat that you can take to gatherings, parties, and so forth. And it is delicious. It is a 3 ingredient lemon bar uh, that you can make with a cake mix of all things. So, what are the ingredients? They are a cake mix. Now, you can use a vanilla cake mix or you can use a lemon cake mix. You can actually change up the fruit on this if you want to, but I'm making lemon today. I'm going to be using lemon pie filling. So this is my lemon pie filling, or you can make your own if you have time. This is a time shortcut for me today because I'm actually using this. And lemon cake. Now these jars make 10 to 12 servings. So I'm going to put it to you that way. So it's about 24 servings together. So I'm going to use both jars today because I want a good recipe to turn out. And we're going to use some of my homemade butter. So I've got homemade butter sitting out and defrosting, and then I have some that's already softened. Let's get in the kitchen and let's get baking. Okay, I've got a 9 by 13 metal pan that I have greased or buttered, and I've lined it with parchment paper. So you want it to hang over so you can lift this out onto a cooling rack to allow it to completely cool. I've also pulled out a mixing bowl, and I'm going to pull out my little dough doohickey, and we're going to mix in some butter into our lemon cake mix. I've also got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. Now you will notice there's a color difference in these two cake mixes. These are for, small family type cake mixes, so I'm going to combine the two of them. I may have too much and have to pull out another pan, I don't know. But we're going to try this anyway. I'm just going to put the mix into my mixing bowl. It looks like a lot of flour there. And I am going to add a little bit of lemon extract if I think I need it. But I probably won't need it. And I'm going to add in my softened butter. Now this is approximately a half a stick. Now I may need a little more butter. I don't know. I've got the other butter pulled out. But the idea is to get this incorporated into this cake dough or this cake mix to make a crumb. So you always want to put some flour over your butter or shortening that you're using. It just helps it to break up so much quicker. If I feel like I need more, I got more butter out here softening, and we may add a little bit more butter. And I will post a link to the recipe that is online that I found this at. This is my first time making it, so I'm hoping it turns out well because we have an event to go to tonight, a church social, and we were told to bring a dessert. So I always try to have some dessert options in my pantry that I can throw together quickly and make a lovely, lovely dessert. I'm gonna get in there with my fingers and just see if I've got that broken up enough. It's sticking together a little bit, so that's a good sign. And I may add a little bit more butter to this. Let me see if this butter is softened. The butter wasn't softened, but I have Crisco on hand, so I'm going to substitute and add just a little more of that to this mixture. I want it really crumbly because I want to make sure that this is going to turn into a bar and not just a heap of a mess. Let's get this incorporated. That's about 1/4 cup. You probably will not have to do that step, but this looks like a lot of flour up here in this mixture. And I do want to make sure that I'm getting to the bottom. Getting that fully incorporated. And we're supposed to hold back about 1/2 cup. I'm going to hold back actually a little bit more than 1/2 cup. Probably about 1 cup. And I may have to, like I said, I may have to pull out another pan. I don't know. But I'm hoping I don't. So we'll see how we go with this. So we're going to get rid of the dishes that we don't need. Get rid of the Crisco. And now we're going to start pressing this into our pan. All right, the idea is you're going to press your mixture into your pan. I'm going to just show you this. This is what it should look like. See how crumbly that is? That's what you want. I didn't think the butter was enough, so I went ahead and added a little bit more to this mixture. I'm going to make sure it's really incorporated in there. And then we're going to start pressing this into the bottom of our pan. So this is going to start holding together. And it really depends on how thick you want your bars to be. I want them to be thick enough that they're not going to fall apart when we pull this out of the pan. So you want to make sure that you've got it good and pressed into this. You don't want it crumbly and falling apart. Need a little more over in that corner. And I think that will probably be good. So make sure you got it into your corners very well. Press down. Okay, this is how much I have left over. So y'all know that I've used up most of this. Now we're going to take our lemon pie filling, or whatever pie filling you just decide to use, and we're going to spread that out evenly over this, and then we're going to top it with the crumb. And occasionally you might see a seed or something that doesn't look right, so just pull it out of that. Okay, I've got my can cleaned out, and we're going to spread a thin layer of this over the top of that crumb. Making sure you're getting all the way up into the corners. Turn it if you need to. Another little discoloration piece. I think that's just some of the pectin in this. All right, that looks pretty good to me. I got a little more over here. I need to cover a little spot there and clean your spatula off. So I'm going to take the crumb now, and we're just going to evenly distribute it across the top of this. Again, making sure you're hitting those corners and edges. Get the rest of it out of that bowl. And I've got this edge here that needs some. And a little there. Okay, we're going to clean up our kitchen. We're going to put this in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll be checking it when it comes time. So let's get this into the oven. There it is, folks. Now to allow it to cool. Now this cooked a little bit longer than the 20 to 25 minutes, and I did decide to turn my oven up to 375 degrees the last 5 minutes that it was in there to brown the top. But I do believe that it is cooked, and we're going to allow it to cool in the pan. Then we're going to lift it out and put it on this cooling rack for probably another hour before we decide to cut this. It is for our meal tonight, and I appreciate y'all watching. So here is the lemon bar. It is going to be so delicious, y'all. And if you could just smell the aroma in the house, you wouldn't believe how good it is. The corners have got it filled in all the way around, so I am really thrilled with this. All right, these have been cooling, and I have just cut them. And I've got a platter over here that's clean. I'm going to get these on the platter. And can y'all see that? Oh my goodness, that's so good looking. So this has formed a good crust. You do want to refrigerate these if you're not eating them immediately, because the crust will soften over time. It's being exposed to humidity in the air, so you want to make sure that you are keeping it cold so you don't lose your good firm crust. It came out of the pan really easy, and it is going to be delicious. So I'm going to see how many I can get on this platter, and then we'll may have to pull out another platter and get it finished up. May have to get them in there a little tighter. Let's turn these sideways on this end. Try not to have to pull out another platter. Well, we did pretty good. We got all but 3 on the platter. So let me just move this out of the way. And show you the platter. Doesn't that look yummy? Oh my. These are going to be so delicious and refreshing. And no one will know that you used a cake mix, a can of pie filling, and a stick of butter. Nobody. Yum, yum. Y'all want a bite? We're going to try this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That looks so yummy. So I'm kind of glad the platter didn't have to take all of them, so we can try it out. It's got a cookie-like base to it. Mmm. Mmm. That is lemony good. So the lemon cake mix made a difference, but you can use white cake mix, add some lemon extract to it if you want to. That is so good. It's got a little bit of crunch, a little bit of creaminess, and your guests are going to be wowed. Move over lemon cookies. You got a contender. The lemon bar. Yum, yum. Thank you, my friends, for watching, and may you be fully blessed.